Hello everybody, time for another video spotlight for our volunteers. This week we're doing Ken Cook.
Okay, remind me again, where were you from?
I was born in California, but I grew up in the Idaho Falls area, little town of Ryrie, Idaho.
Were you ever in the military?
I was in the Army, in the reserves, and in the National Guard. As two different areas because I moved around.
What did you do while you were in the military?
I was an office worker, and that was because I was among the few people at the time who could type.
How many years were you in the military?
I was actually served for 6 years. That was as a reservist. I'm really glad that I was in the Army for a while because it gave me an appreciation for the military that I would not otherwise have. For me, it was an enriching experience. But I've always been interested in aviation. I got my pilot's license when I was a junior in high school, soloed in the Cessna 140. For most of my career, I was much closer associated with the Air Force because I was working for an aerospace company, and that put me in direct contact with Air Force officers, and that includes space shuttle personnel, and I mean those that flew in the space shuttle.
How long have you been a volunteer?
I've been a volunteer since 1998.
What made you want to become a volunteer?
Well, I stopped off, and this was before either of these buildings was built. And we were still out there at the Army Air Force buildings back here. And I just thought that's a neat, tiny little museum, and I want to be part of that. Never in my wildest dreams did I see what was coming. And then I read about that the older building here was going to be built. Kept quoting this guy Rex Hadley. I know Rex Hadley. Is this the same Rex Hadley that I know? Yes, it is.
So what's your favorite part of being a volunteer?
Well, my favorite part is that it is an outlet for some of my feelings about a love for the country. And the Air Force is an integral and very important part of protecting this country. Sometimes I feel like having patriotic feelings is somewhat old-fashioned, but I don't feel that way at all, and I really want to do what I can to revitalize that feeling in the people that I meet here.
So, do you have any hobbies?
I like to shoot. My eyes aren't so good anymore. I like to reload, and I've been a model airplane radio control enthusiast for a long time, and I still build the little plastic models.
I'd like to thank you for letting us interview you today and tell you how much I appreciate you being a volunteer here. You've been a great asset to this museum and to our community for what you do here.
Thank you.
And I want to thank you very much for your time.
I appreciate that.